Yo, top billing to ya, Dog Nation. In addition to subscribing to this channel, join me at www.patreon.com/committedtotheg for exclusive film studies, recruiting chatter, and a sick-ass weekly podcast dedicated to your future natty winners, the Georgia Bulldogs. Only $5 a month lets you leave them sissies and nerds behind and join your boy on this movement. Let's go.
Top billing.
All right, so this is gonna be some really good stuff right here, which is the reason why you got to be on patreon.com/committedtotheg so you can get some of this goodness in your ear and everywhere else, man. I got that work for you. So check it out. We talk about this particular drive for Georgia and the success it had on the ground, but we have to really look at it. That's why I always get on people who's talking about play calling and adjusting the facts type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't adjust the facts, baby. You just got to have just the facts. So we see Georgia was running a mix of inside zone and draws against a man-free or one-under defense. So you see the single high safety here, but you see across the board underneath, it's going to be man-to-man. Got man-to-man in the boundary, man-to-man on the slot. You have your strong safety, Grant Delpit, walked up man-to-man on Georgia's tight end. So Georgia did a good thing right here. Look, check this out. They're running this from the spread. And this is not necessarily Georgia football, what you normally see, but you still do have 11 personnel with Charlie Werner in the slot. But LSU counters with man under because this is what they do. They feel like their personnel can match it like that. So Grant Delpit walked on there. But what that does is it adds strength to Georgia in the run game. So also we have to point out that LSU counters with its ends on a bump out to wherever the running back is. So you see Michael Divinity bumped out here, wherever I think DeAndre Swift, that's DeAndre Swift. So this is a super light box right there, man. It's what, 4 or 5. It really reminds me of what Missouri did to Georgia when it was gashing in the run game. And I said that if Georgia really wanted to stop it, it could. I felt the same way about LSU in this particular one. That's why I got a little tight towards the end of this when you get in the red zone. But let's go ahead and run this through. All right, so we see right here, when you identify something, just say like you're identifying the mic or something like that. It's gonna be your particular key right there. So Devin White right here is the identifier or the key. And we see as we get it right here, running inside zone, you get a combo up to the second level. Watch K Mays right here. Everybody's blocked on block. K Mays get to the second level, get on Devin White. So our run defense is not rocket science. You know, you can run the same exact play and your man just get beat. You can run it 2 or 3 times and have mixed results. Two of them work, 2 of them don't work. Same exact personnel, same exact. It's just about effort and it's about timing and of course getting off blocks and stuff like that. So no 2 plays are ever the same. So we see him right here. Devin White is blocked and DeAndre Swift's able to bounce it out. But even right then, he maybe could have been a tackle by Grant Delpit right here, but he's able to break that tackle, break the Devin White tackle, and get a pretty decent game right there. So you're running out of the spread. So let's go to the next one. All right, so I'm gonna show this one from the end of the play, last play to the beginning of this play, because you can just see that this is a tendency breaker. Look down here at Greedy Williams, number 29. He originally would be one-on-one with Riley Ridley. However, he leaves the game and his replacement stays on the other side of the field for trips left. Greedy Williams stays, and since there's still a target over there, he's going to go man-to-man with Charlie Werner as a tight end. And then you have the bump out for the outside linebacker slash edge player, Michael Divinity, on the same side as DeAndre Swift right there. But if you see right here, now they have the other inside linebacker, Jacob Phillips, bumped out as a weak side linebacker. Usually you assist or you tuck away the underneath zones, and you have a mix of man and zone up here. So to the top of the screen, you have man. If we let this go, you can see he's in man. The slot defender here is looking at the quarterback, so he's kind of in a combination coverage. You can see him backing off right there. And you have the tight slot. You have Grant Delpit on him, the strong safety, but he's bumped way back out too. So they're missing coverages. But this looks like a pass play, right? So look at the box. Look at the box. If you really look at it from like the high end zone view, you're really essentially running against 4 people. And you call it a draw play, which is meant to look like a pass. So you're able to get big Solomon Kinley out there in space, block Jacob Phillips. Charlie Warner had a free release right on Devin White right here. And boom, that's all she wrote. And you get a nice gainer. So that's more circumstantial than you're just really, to me, just kicking their ass in the run game. But let's go to the next one. I just wanted to show you the all 22 first before we switch to the high end zone, so you can see the ferocity of this, but also just how light of a box it is. You're really essentially gashing people out of a passing formation. So think about that. On this inside zone here, well, first of all, we can see what's going on right here. You got the strong safety once again walked up on a tight slot, which is your tight end Charlie Warner. Then you got man-to-man across the board. You got man, kind of press man down here at the bottom of the screen. And you got off man coverage at the top of the screen. Single high safety. It's because you're in a passing formation and they have to play for the pass. They don't want to get beat over the top. So if you run an inside zone out of this, which is essentially Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Big 12 type stuff you see, it's a little bit easier to run the ball. So, but you'll see here at the snap, I think Devin White gets comboed up. We'll do it on the high end zone, but you see Jacob Phillips shoot the gap and just get blocked, you know? So the numbers are definitely in your favor right there, but let's switch to the high end zone. All right, so as we roll this bad boy along here a little bit, you can see both combos, almost like a double-double. You see Cade Mays right here. Jacob Phillips makes it easy for him because he just pretty much runs into him. Then you see Solomon Kinley able to get kind of a cut block on Devin White. And just look at that. When you have a single deep safety like that playing for the pass, you should grab somebody in the run game because it's nothing but space and opportunity. And just look at this. Oh, took his soul. Get that man to rock. I know I'm losing people. Sissies and nerds probably left like 3-4 minutes ago, but all my real folks still here with me, grinding. We grinding this film out. All right, so check this one out. This is more circumstantial here. So you have the tight end, because of the way the ball is situated on this particular hash mark, the tight end being bumped out actually essentially puts more people in the box. Well, I guess if they were in line as well, it would put more people, just because there's no space there, put it that way. The outside linebacker gets to be in the box. So Michael Divinity is bumped back to play the pass, but he's still in the box. So you still have your man across the board here, bunch of off man coverage. Grant Delpit over here helping out essentially as an outside linebacker being walked up. Almost looks like more of a 2 deep look, but that deep safety you think back there is actually Kerry Vincent, the nickel corner. But check out, this actually works right here. This could essentially look like what they were running before, inside zone, but check it out. It's actually a pass tag on the back of this inside zone call, which is an RPO, and I'm tired of hearing that word RPO in each and every football game that I have to watch and cover and all throughout the country. RPO, RPO, RPO. I'm just tired of hearing that damn word. It's like people get stuck on something. It's like Wildcat, Wildcat, Wildcat. Remember that like 5-6 years ago? I would have to imagine if you were a doctor, you had to hear the word tumor or something like that when it was popping. Oh, a tumor, it's a tumor. So here we go. All right, so on this inside zone, you'll see they'll pick the inside zone right here, Elijah Holyfield. But this is what Alabama has run 615 million times, which is the reason why I think that it may see some trouble here on the back half of the season with some of these better, especially this LSU team that can defend a little bit better, because they run those slants off the RPOs where they'll be reading this particular player right here, and then you do a replace here. So it's a slant right behind this But Jake Fromm doesn't do it. So goes to show you not everything's on the play call. It's about execution too. I hear nobody in the entire industry say anything about this particular play, but you hear it right here. So get on that patreon.com/committed to the G. All right, check it. We roll it right here. You see right there, Jake Fromm is reading it. The linebackers walked up right here, approaching the line of scrimmage, but Fromm hands it off. And now it's a little bit tighter in there because you're on the boundary. And look, not gash him in the run game right there. But let's go back to it. If Fromm were to stick this in the belly, pull it, he could throw it right there, and the drive will move a little bit better. Hit your man right here on the slant. Charlie Warner. Next one. All right, now I'm scared I'm even losing the hardcore people, so we got to run through it real quick right now. So this is essentially the same thing right here. You see the weak side inside linebacker or outside linebacker, however they run their scheme. Are there 3-4 schemes? So weak side inside linebackers, Jacob Phillips bumped out to help on underneath coverage, and you get a draw play. So you get Devin White block, and get a nice little gainer right there. They can assist. There you go. All right. They didn't get a first down, so they had to do a QB sneak right here. So they're in more Georgia type, tight, snug formations, big boy personnel. You get the first down. Back to the spread. Essentially, quick zone. Get it blocked up. Holyfield's able to get to the edge. Running against the light box again. All right, you got U formation right there. Double wing set. Motion to snug. Simple dive play. This is a little bit more like it. I think they're in their normal 3-4 set right here with Grant Delpit bumped up. And you get a nice gainer there. Or a decent gain, maybe 4 or 5 yards. I can't remember. All right, so this is where it gets different. Now, this is where people have to put their thinking caps on and really actually know football. When you're like on the 15-yard line, guess what? Even your deepest safety is a little bit closer now. That's why they call this the restricted area, because you don't play people 100 yards back like you would if you're between the 20s. So to me, 20 to 20 football, that's bend but don't break type stuff. You get somebody down here just like Georgia right now, didn't get any points out of this because they called a fake field goal, but got down here and it tightened up on them, and you couldn't just gash them in the run game. So even though it's a spread like it was before, as you can see here, you can play a little bit tighter and play a little bit tighter to the run, and you can play a little bit more flat-footed because you're not afraid of getting beat deep. So you don't see the same push on this particular one right here, and you see all gaps covered. No block on Jacob Phillips right here. Devin White got off his block. Stop that bad boy for nothing. Now, this was the best play call to me of the entire drive right here, because you got the tendency breaker. You've been running and running and running. You call your first pass play right here. Now, check this out. Same kind of deal right here. This bad boy was a touchdown, a complete touchdown. Jim Chaney, that shit. People want to talk shit about Jim Chaney. This was a touchdown. Look at this. Look at this. I want you to watch right up here with Jeremiah Holloman. Right here, you got Christian Fulton committing on outside leverage right here and gets beat inside. Nobody's right here. Perfect play call. Terrible execution by Jake Fromm. Just came off of it a little too soon. That's why I'm saying, man, you play this game over, some of these breaks go your way this time, or it's on a neutral field like it would be in the SEC championship game. That's why stuff happens. That's why it's hard to beat a team twice, because then they get to adjust with this kind of stuff. But look at it. Your man comes open. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. Look at this. It is a touchdown. Did anybody else see this? Crickets? Where's the outrage? That is a touchdown. That's a perfect drive. Then you come back. I think you throw a slant in the tight coverage because everybody's hot and it's tight in there, and then you do your fake field goal and you get no points out of that. That was a perfect Perfect call, perfect drive, tendency breakers, running out of pass formations, everything. And on your first down play, you essentially had your shot right there. Throw a touchdown. The game's a little bit different then. All right. So that's what it is. What it is. Then you line back up. I think after you do the drive where you just pass and you come back, and then LSU just plays it a little bit better. You try the same stuff, but this time they're playing more flat-footed because they're playing with the lead now, and they're feeling a little bit more confident. So it wasn't really anything big that they did or adjusted to. It was just the situation itself adjusted. Man, but you can find more about this, and you can check out the podcast and everything at patreon.com/committedtothe. I'll go further in depth on this and some other aspects of this particular game. But now it's time to look forward to that Florida game. It's Florida week. I cannot wait. One of the best rivalries I can remember growing up. And I mean, it is what it is. It's about to be off the chain. I love it when both these teams are good, and both these teams are good. So I'm your boy Murf, top billing sports, the underground king. Thanks to everybody who stayed for the duration of the video. All you sissies and nerds, you can slap yourself in the face and go kick rocks. I only rock with the real cats, the real football heads. Hashtag real football heads. All right, I'm out.
Top billing.